back to my channel where I make videos that help you empower your higher self and manifest your dream reality. If you'd like to have a one-on-one coaching session with me, 100% donation based, I'm still continuing that donation based period. So if you'd like to book a session with me, just head to the link below. In this video, we're going to be talking about the life-changing power of faith. So what is faith, and how can we use faith to manifest the lives we seek and to evolve within ourselves spiritually? Now, before I get into this, I want to let you know that faith in my own life is something that I am using and working on every day. I'm on this journey with you. I can't emphasize this enough. But what I've seen is that faith is like this doorway that opens you up to divine knowing. And when you enter into this space of divine knowing, all doubts, all fears, all anxieties can fall away. They have no real estate or existence in this divine space of knowing. And as you enter into this divine space of knowing, it's so beautiful, it's so pure, you're able to flow with the natural rhythms of life. And when you co-create with the rhythmic flow of life, that's when what you want can most effortlessly align with you and come into your reality. And it's when you can most beautifully experience who you truly are more frequently on an everyday basis. And of course, who you truly are is every positive experience you can imagine, of peace, of satisfaction, of excitement, of joy, of happiness, of peace, and of bliss. So whilst I have not mastered faith, I've seen that the more faith I allow to blossom within my own beingness, the better my life gets, and the more easily I enter into spaces of divine knowing in which there is no doubt, in which there is no fear. And from this place, I've seen and witnessed in my very own life how effortlessly good your life can then start to unfold. So that's the power, and this is what I absolutely know is possible for you. And as I said, I'm going on this journey with you so we can explore the power of faith more and more together. But I really believe this is possible for you, and that the beautiful thing about faith is you don't need a reason. You don't need no reason to have faith. So you can buy your ticket to Faithland right now by the end of this video, and thus you can open yourself up to new positive dimensions of life, states of being within yourself, so that what you want can simply start showing up, so that your reality can positively transform for real. Okay, so if we back up to the context, I want to paint a bigger picture context within which faith fits. So there is only one being. This is what spiritual enlightenment is all about, is recognizing that we are all one. There is only one being, and in its first state, it simply was in this, you could say, experience of itself and only itself. There was no contrast. It was just itself eternally, in a space of no time, no reference experience. So out of its will and desire to know itself, to know its nature as love, it created everything through sheer infinite intelligence. This is what we find out about in channeled works like The Law of One. And they talk about the one infinite creator channeling intelligent infinity to create every universe, every manifest expression of love in action, which we know as consciousness, pure beingness, pure energy, pure vibration. And so we are all sparks then of that one divine source. Every human being is a spark of the divine, of divine love. Now, perhaps you can already feel into this truth. If you're a spiritual person, you've opened up to these possibilities. I remember I was very close-minded, so perhaps what I'm saying is a little bit overwhelming, and I know in my own journey at some point it was. But actually it's a beautiful truth to know that there's a space within you This is what spirituality and enlightenment is all about revealing, in which you can become reacquainted with your source self, with this kind of perspective of unity and oneness and love, which, by the way, is something I'm realizing in ever greater depth along with you. So I'm not at some realized state. I'm expanding and exploring this dimension, but I can say it's very real from my own experiences. So this one being then created everything. And you could say this universe where we find ourselves, this physical reality, or seemingly so, physical reality, is one such expression of the divine source. And it's a place of contrast. Maybe if you've noticed that. There's a lot of light and dark, yin-yang, opposites, duality. And this is where faith operates. It operates in this space of duality. So you have knowing, which you could say is an absolute knowing with no opposite, and then you've got another layer of opposites, of contrast, of light and dark. And faith is in this realm of opposites. And so we often hear in this realm of opposites, we have faith contrasted with fear. And I don't think that's entirely accurate. How I view it is that there's only positive faith and then there's negative faith. Positive faith are all the beliefs, all the perspectives, all the emotions and states of being that make you feel expanded, connected, good, and aligned with the absolute truth of the source, of your true essence, of love, of joy, of peace and bliss. So you have positive faith, which aligns you more and more towards mirroring and tapping into and connecting you with this divine truth. And then on the other hand, in the other opposite spectrum of, you have negative faith, which is all the perspectives that do just the opposite of that. They constrict you, they make you feel fear, they make you doubt, they make you feel anxious, they make you feel small and like a victim to life. But the reason why I say there's only positive faith and negative faith is to call you to the space within you that's like a blank canvas. And what I mean by that is you have a perspective to offer life. You have an ability to believe and think something, and thus to generate a feeling state. You could call this your vibrational attitude. You can offer a vibrational attitude to life. If we look at everything in life, including your physical body, everything, it's all just this pure consciousness. It's all pure love in motion. And it's up to us to define that energy, that dance of energy of particles in a certain way. So the reason why there's only positive faith or negative faith is because equally each position you take are valid. This is what the quantum physicist Vadim Zeland talks about in reality transurfing books, is that all perspectives are actually honored and available for you to be embraced, and life will shape itself around the perspective you hold. But the key is to realize that there is only faith. Even the doubt is faith. You have faith in the doubt, you have faith in the fear. So where do you want to have faith? You can choose to have faith in whatever lights you up inside. Whatever connects you, whatever expands you. That's actually your birthright. That is actually the way in which reality is set up, to force us to choose. And then you're looking at your external reality and noticing that reflection more and more and more. I remember someone commented on my video the other day that their life, through the law of attraction, through applying the various things that I speak about in these videos, they've seen their life just get better and better and better. So in that sense, you have faith, you see a reflection, you have more faith, you see a better reflection, and up and up and up and up and go. All the positive ideas and belief systems that you're allowing yourself to buy into will absolutely reflect into your life. So when your thoughts feel in alignment, and you've taken that faith-based perspective in a positive way, you will feel expanded, because higher aspects of your consciousness are using your emotional body as a guidance system to awaken within you the sense that you are in alignment with the ultimate truth. The truth is that there is only love. And so these faith-based perspectives are actually in alignment with truth. The truth of how the one being or the one source would see life if it was to think about life in the way we do at our layer of reality as a human being. So you may as well choose faith, right? In all ways that make you feel good about your life. I have faith I'm I'm going to attract a partner in. I have faith. I'm going to be amazing in my business. I have faith. Everything will work out in my life. So what I want to do now is invite you to consider faith in a new and even more powerful way. Because so far I've only talked about faith at the level of thought, at the level of the beliefs and ideas you choose to harbour and crystallize within yourself. I've talked about faith at the level of mind, gathering concepts, looking at people, listening to their ideas, using that to create even more powerful beliefs that assign positive meaning, assuming the best in your life and all of life, everything working out, etc. That happens at the level of mind. But what happens, and I've witnessed this in my journey, is that you keep building these faith-based perspectives and you reach an interesting point where faith can be used to take a quantum leap into divine knowing, as I spoke about earlier. This divine knowing is a space beyond mind, meaning that you don't need to believe things. You don't need to have conceptual models or scientific understanding of law of attraction or of spirituality. You simply exist as knowingness, as presence, as being here now, in this full place of alignment, of bliss, of love, of joy, of peace, that your highest possible life automatically manifests as you, as the reflection of the purity of your beingness and the open nature of your heart, which has allowed divine understanding to penetrate it fully, or more fully. It's a better way to put it. These are the states that I enter into sometimes. And you really start to understand what it means to take a leap of faith, because it's a leap out of mind into beingness. And you don't need a reason why you're doing this. You don't need a reason why you're letting go into this overwhelmingly good feeling and sense that everything is working out perfectly for you, that there's only infinite abundance and possibility. You don't need a reason. You gather those reasons so much, you fuel those reasons up at a conceptual level, that eventually they become like this trampoline where you take a leap of faith into just pure acceptance of that truth. And that acceptance of that truth, of that alignment, of that beauty, of that knowingness, is beyond thought, beyond reason itself. It is its own source. And so, how do you do this? How do you take this leap of faith so that you can just be present? You can just be fully here, now, surrendered, tapped in, turned on to the infinite flow and abundance of life through you, with total knowing that everything's unfolding for the highest good of yourself and all of humanity. To do this, you simply chant faith. I sometimes do this when I'm going walks. Walk through the park, I put on beautiful music, looking at the trees, and I feel myself reach this point where my mind's thinking and I just want to let it all go. I just want to surrender. And so I say faith. I have faith in the divine. I have faith in the universe. You may say faith in God, the one infinite creator, the source consciousness, in spiritual truth, in love. And you simply have faith. I have faith, I have faith. And in this faith, as you just go into that, it opens your heart and you simply surrender. You surrender, you let it all go. You let go of controlling everything and come to that full alignment in the here and now. I did this at the park the other day, actually. I was walking and I just said faith. I have faith. 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 Faith for faith's sake. Because enough of me has gathered all of that evidence, has had experiences of divine love enough times that I don't need a reason anymore. My life is the reason. My life is the prayer and proof of divine truth. And so I have faith. I leap into that faith and I surrender. And as you surrender, which I remember that really scared me, that word. And if it scares you, it's only a sign to love that part of you that's scared of surrendering. But actually it's the most beautiful thing, because you finally can be liberated. You can finally be fully here. And you find that instantaneously good things start to happen as a reward for your faith at such a deep soul level, such a level of conviction of faith, that it blossoms into knowingness and it stays there. And then you're simply a whole, integrated human being flowing with life. You're plugged back into the source. And all of life can just unfold effortlessly. And your frequency is so high that you could only be mirroring a life to reflect that more and more and more. So it's about surrendering everything into divine truth and love. Can you feel that reality within you? Because if so, have the faith to trust that and surrender to that space within yourself that doesn't need a reason, that is the reason itself. That so fully understands the co-creative mechanism of the universe that it simply decides to snap out of mind and into pure beingness, pure love, pure joy, pure flow, to become divine knowing in form. Because if you do, well done. Because it probably won't last too long the first time you get it. You'll kind of come back down, the mind will become active, and you'll start gathering evidence again, and that's fine. It's very fine. But it's just to know that this is possible. It's actually possible that to not even need thoughts eventually, to simply come out of thoughts altogether into pure alignment and see your life just manifesting effortlessly from this place. It's what it's all about. And of course, this is what people who are enlightened are functioning from, this point of view, more or less, from this state of consciousness and divine connection and unity all the time. But perhaps they just don't speak about it in such a way that infuses it with this idea of co-creation and manifestation. But to me, they all integrate. They're all beautiful. You're here as a soul to create, to hold certain vibrational attitudes, to experience a life full of ever-increasing joy, tapping into the infinite abundance of all that you actually are at the highest level, as the one source of everything. You're here to play and experience your best possible life. So surrendering into this divine knowingness allows you to be a vehicle in which this creation process can happen increasingly effortlessly. But anyway, nonetheless, this is an advanced state. So start at the level of thoughts, start at the level of gathering that information, of testing out beliefs and thoughts that make you feel good, using faith in a positive way to define everything you see in ways that make you feel that little bit better and better every single day. And then when you do this kind of mind-based level of activity enough, when you study the teachers, when you test the techniques out, when you see change after change, and you become so convinced, more and more convinced at that level of mind and belief, that what you choose to believe in, what you choose to put your faith in, especially in a positive sense, will be reflected more and more. As you see the reality of that come to life, eventually you may grant yourself that permission to have faith in taking a leap into pure knowingness, pure here and now presence, pure surrendered beingness, without the need to think or have a reason why you did it. Because the reality of love simply is ready to blossom out of your heart and start to create your best possible life and impact everyone you know in a positive way. Again, I fell out of that state. I fell out of that state. Emotions came up, mind came back, but I know it's possible, and I'm so excited to tap into this space of divine knowing more and more and more. And I know that this is possible for you too, and I know you can co-create an amazing life for yourself through the power of faith and the power of choosing to believe things that make you feel good in all ways. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video on the life-changing power of faith and how you can use this in your life. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, leave me a comment, I love hearing from you, and subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to have that 100% donation-based coaching with me, just simply head to the link below. Alright everyone, thank you.